Heading into the final week of this year's regular legislative session, and Florida lawmakers have pushed through many of the controversial measures we've discussed here. On Monday, tomorrow, the Senate is scheduled to vote on a House bill denying the will of over 5 million Florida voters, restoring the voting rights of ex-felons. A bill by Miami Springs Representative Bryan Avila is close to stripping public school teachers of raises approved through local referenda. That omnibus education package, including an unconstitutional voucher program creating a separate and unequal school system, has a clear path to the governor's desk, and the Senate just approved a bill arming classroom teachers. No word yet on who's going to pay for the insurance. Most disturbing, Republicans in both chambers have approved a ban on so-called sanctuary cities. The Tampa Bay Times and the Miami Herald agree that in Florida, there is no such thing as a sanctuary city. In fact, the U.S. Justice Department has found no evidence that local governments are withholding information from immigration authorities. Supporters of what amounts to a family separation bill say that it's actually about safety. But critics point out the measure is no more than an excuse to harass and intimidate immigrant communities and a handout to the corporate prison industrial complex. In some Florida cities, police have already been documented mistreating immigrants and calling ICE and Border Patrol on people, a tactic not usually embraced by law enforcement because it deters witnesses from coming forward and victims from reporting crimes. Florida Governor Ron DeSantis claims the bill is necessary because undocumented workers drive down wages. It's too bad that he and his buddies who control the legislature are in no position to say, raise the minimum wage. An open letter by 44 Florida businesses and community leaders says immigrants contribute to every sector of Florida's economy, driving innovation, creating jobs, and adding billions in tax revenue. Economists predict the impact on Florida could exceed $3.5 billion in losses. And the ACLU is warning that all travelers to Florida, including U.S. citizens, may encounter racial profiling, unjust detention, and even deportation. So if you live here, just make sure don't speak Spanish, at least not in public. If you found this information helpful, share it with a friend, and don't forget to click on the subscribe button.